It's not easy when you're not around, your people physically all the time. You don't have those informal conversations, in the hallway or in the kitchen. Those times are super valuable. I don't remember. It was at some point after I started at Citrix again, I set up basically a weekly touch base for our whole team. And I've got 4 people reporting to me underneath me, 2 people in Fort Lauderdale, 1 person in Switzerland, and 1 person in Germany. So we're already spread out. I mean, even though those people work in an office, our whole team is not together. So we had these weekly touch bases on Monday mornings. And we started out the meetings very informally where we really, it was everyone's choice. They could share what they wanted, however much they wanted or however little, but we really asked things like, oh, how was your weekend? What did you do? And the kind of conversations that you would probably have, in the kitchen when you're getting coffee on Monday morning. And that really helped us, I think, come together as a team. And I've always had an interest in, I guess, the technology side, Treasury, doing a little bit of coding here and there. And I see there's definitely been an evolution in Treasury. A lot of times you have someone on your team that's sort of tech focused, in the past, maybe with the Excel guru, right? That built all these big models. And I know for myself, I spent a lot of time automating Excel with VBA coding 10 years ago. And then someone introduced me to databases and I realized, well, these databases are doing a lot of the things that I was coding in Excel. So this is a much better solution. And so then building out databases, and then you start to see, some of the limitations there in terms of like being able to pull in lots of different data sources and, automate that in a way that's really reliable for somebody who maybe doesn't understand databases. And then that's kind of evolved into newer technology that help to do this on an automated way, or things like, we're using Power BI a lot today. And now I've got somebody on my team who has really taken Power BI and built a lot of, automated pulling of data sources together and reporting together. So I think there's just been this evolution of technology within Treasury where, there's a bit of a DIY, do it yourself mixed with external software providers. We're sort of in the hybrid camp. If we do have events in the office, people are going into the office. If it's maybe like a big meeting, or I've been traveling to the office about once a month. And so then usually if I'm in town, then, my team will show up in the office once or twice and other teams are there. So that's kind of how we've been working. And I've heard from some other companies at some conferences that I've been at that have somewhat similar approaches, or actually even more sort of definitive, where they say, oh, we're fully remote, but we're getting together like once a quarter somewhere. So personally, I think it's great to give people the flexibility to live where they want, whether it's locally commuting in or not. I think the flexibility is great.